In the summer of 2022, I read a story about a young black man named Jordan. He was born with Down syndrome, and for the 4th year running, he and his family were organizing a cycling event to raise support for other black kids with Down syndrome.
Welcome to Cycle Jordan 4!
Once I connected with Jordan's family, I felt an instant kinship when I told them about my daughter Sayla, who was also born with Down syndrome. I could see the impact that a strong community can have, both for those who organize it and those who are invited into it. They embodied the Swahili concept of Kuumba, which means creativity, a commitment to live in community better than we inherited it.
I like wear a bag and stay a fan, and I like join.
Cycle Jordan is an event that started back in 2020 in order to help us raise awareness for the challenges that come with raising funds for Black youth with Down syndrome in the city of Toronto. This year is super special because we're also celebrating his birthday.
I think it's really important to see the representation of Black families living with Down syndrome.
When Jordan was born, I didn't see Black families coming together. So this event is something really to bring Black parents out of isolation, because a lot of us, we don't have the extended family. And when we have children who have speech impediment, who cannot clearly communicate, it is difficult. Who do you trust? So we need, the support so we can get the help to help the children.
I came today because I saw Jordan for the last few years on social media, and it was really inspiring for me to see a young man with Down syndrome that was Black, that was doing so well. When my son was born, there wasn't all that representation when he got the diagnosis, and just living in the GTA, sometimes you don't always see other people with Down syndrome that are Black, and I wanted my son to meet other people that looked like him and have friends that were like him.
Sometimes when we allow our children just to be who they are, apart from trying to figure out how to get them to function in society, we get to see what it is just to be your authentic self.
Being a caregiver requires a lot of trust. Trust that with your steady support, your loved one can flourish on their own, and trust that community will help them to flourish. For some caregivers, it's always a joy when we see our loved ones creatively expressing themselves in community. My friend Saidat, whose son Isaiah is autistic, always delights in sharing stories about him.
So we're up early on a Saturday morning, getting ready to walk or run 5K for type diabetes. And we feel like it's really important to be part of the community. Isaiah has been volunteering and being part of different community initiatives. And type diabetes is a community of people who want to give back and care about others and their health. And so we feel like it's so important to be part of.
And we get started. 3, 2, 1, and go.
He loves to run, but he's going to run at his own pace, whether it's faster than everyone or slow as a turtle. Because when you think of a fundraiser, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're trying to get to a goal, but sometimes we don't stop to just enjoy where we're at right now. And that's something that Isaiah is able to do and able to be a beautiful example of. throughout Isaiah's childhood when I had to just stop and think, am I trying to help him, or am I trying to be considered the most wonderful parent trying to help her child living with autism? One incident in particular just really changed my life. He had a meltdown and I was on the defense. I'm looking around, staring at people. Why are you looking at me? And I finally looked at his face and he did not care. It changed how I approached life in the community. And in turn, I'm learning how to help him be better in this community.